My hair ain't done, my eyebrows ain't done, but then again, this is like a month in quarantine. Over a month. Oh my god, it's May. It's over a month in quarantine. So if you expected anything more, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, what is up? Hello, I go by Ren, and today I am doing a frequently requested video, whether it be on Instagram or Depop itself or in my YouTube comments down below. You guys have been asking me for an update and messaging me inquiring about the success of my shop within, what has it been? It's been like, I've been doing this for like 3 weeks, and I've made, I've made more, I don't even want to say more money than what I expected, but I made a lot of money that I wouldn't have made at Pizza Hut, which is where I used to work. And I know that with this being where I'm starting off, within the first 3 weeks of my shop running, I have nowhere to go but up. So I'm gonna share, my keys to success and, update you guys on what exactly is going on with my shop if you haven't, checked in on it yourself. And I have some tips and tricks here for you guys on how to, make your business successful. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. I don't live alone yet. We gotta wait till August, so bear with me. So yeah, I was really pushed to do this video today because last night I received my status on Depop. Like, I guess they do a monthly shop status thing, and they showed me my world ranking, the new items that I've added every week, how much I've sold in the past 7 days and in the past 30 days, which is actually more because some things I've used Depop as a marketing source, and people have messaged me, people like my close friends, and asked me to buy stuff. So these numbers actually like kind of aren't legit. It's more than what's on here, but regardless, it says in the last 7 days I made $316, and it says in the last 30 days I made $413. It's more like over 500 because of the orders, because I've sold 3 items apart from Depop from people who live in my area and seen what I was posting and wanted to come stop by and pick it up so that I didn't have to, ship it to them, and they pay for shipping and things like that. So this success, right, we're going to talk about it. The first thing that I would really suggest for y'all to do is literally my #1 tip when it comes to anything now, and that's manifestation. I talked about this in my last video. My last video was getting my shit together, I think so. Yeah, I talked about this in my last video where I explained to you guys that manifestation and the law of attraction are things that I have really truly gotten into within the past 2 months. Okay, so I abide by manifestation. That is the first thing I did when I started my shop, when I was thinking about starting my shop, as I'm currently working for my shop, and as I'm buying new things and business necessities for my shop. I manifest when it comes to anything now, because I know that if I do that, I am bringing it towards me. There's no way that I cannot achieve this if I do not manifest it, use the law of attraction, and keep my vibrations high and, positive, if I manifest. So let's talk about it. I actually have multiple pages in my manifestation journal that talk about the success of my Depop shop, and I am very happy as to where it is right now, because like I said before, it has nowhere to go but up. But manifestation is key. If you don't believe that, then there's literally nothing I can help you. I'll put some timestamps so you can skip this part of the video, but you need to manifest, and you need to believe that being successful at Depop, if that's what you want, is something that you can definitely achieve, because it is. There's a market for everything on Depop. Some shops I'll be looking at and I'll be like, dang, these are some ugly clothes, and that's just my personal opinion, but I just feel like, wow, these clothes are ugly, but they got like 30,000 followers and they're making a lot of sales. So it's like, that just proves to me that there is no reason as to why I can't do it, you can't do it, she can't do it, they can't do it, because there's a market for everything. If you think something is cute, there are thousands of other people that also think it's something cute. People will buy whatever it is for probably higher than what you think it's, not that it's worth, but that you, okay, so what I'm trying to say is, like, sometimes I put things on my Depop that I feel like people are going to try to negotiate over, and they don't, and it's up there for like a day, and it's bought within 24 hours, and I'm like, oh, They didn't even ask. They just went for it. Like, that's dope. That's cool, you know. So that's the gist that I'm trying to get. But you have to believe that your shop is going to succeed in order for it to do so. Because if you don't, you're not gonna enjoy it. I definitely have learned a lot from just being in the right state of mind to do the things that I want to do. Because it's like, me personally, I know some people might not, you know, want to make this into a career, but I'm coming for, I don't want to say I'm coming for her, but I'm trying to be up there with iGirl. Like, that's my goal. Like, I want to have a brand like that. I want to be able to thrift and resell clothes. I want to be able to make styling bundles. I love clothes. I love fashion. I love shoes, accessories, all that stuff. So this is my field. In the event that this is just something you want to do because quarantine has you cleaning out your closet, you know, our motives may be a little different, but that doesn't mean that you can't take something from this video. Okay, of course, I'm gonna tell you some things that you see in every Depop video on how to make sales. Good lighting and pictures, of course. Me personally, I don't like seeing flat lays unless, like, it's probably a little different. You know, no, forget that. I don't like seeing flat lays. If you just lay your clothes on the floor or hang them up on a hanger, I'm less likely to buy from you, just because I can't see how the clothes fit on the body. Now, of course, if you can't fit the clothes, it's a little different. But if everything on your page is like flat laid, I'm less likely to check your shop out, to keep it honest with you. Another tip that I have that I've never heard anybody who does Depop recommend to their audience is to style your clothes. And when I say this, I take my pictures on my body. I'll post some examples. When I look at an item in the thrift store, I don't need to look at the item for what it is. I need to look at it for what it can be, especially if I'm a little iffy on if I should buy it or not. So it's like, if I see this Hawaiian, I love using this example, if I see a Hawaiian button down short sleeve with a cool pattern, but it's like a men's extra large and it's gonna hang to my knees, what am I supposed to do with this? And I know that not everybody has like and I don't want to say a fashion sense, like, you know, to be mean, but I'm saying, like, not everybody has like a good sense of style. I need to be the one to help them figure out, this is the item and this is how you can style it. I hope that makes sense. So when I take pictures of some of the clothes that I have, I will style it a certain way. So with the Hawaiian button up, I tied it in the front and I left all the buttons unbuttoned, so it's like you can see my chains and my tattoo, and it just looks cool, because it's like, if I can do this, you can pull off this look as well. So it kind of, you know, convinces your followers to buy the item. Hopefully that helps. Also, please do not put filters on your clothes. Like, why are you, I've seen one account in particular put filters on their clothes. Like, this is not Instagram. This is not Instagram. Do not put filters on your clothes. You want to make it look uniform, but this is not Instagram, like I said before. Like, because you don't want to make a sale and somebody thinks they're getting something that's one color and it turns out to be, you know, a different color because you put filters on your clothes. And also, there are shops that try really hard to be photogenic. There was this one shop in particular that I seen that all down the whole shop, basically, it was like Y2K memes or pictures, like Britney Spears or Bratz or whatever. And so you click on one post and you have to swipe to see what the actual item is that they're selling. And I'm like, why would anybody want to do that? That's too much work. It's entirely too much work. Okay, you want to make this look cute, but make it look cute on Instagram. Like, do something like that on Instagram. This is not the place to do it, especially if you want to make sales. Some people may be into that, but the majority of people are not. Like, we're not. No. And Depop is not going to pick those kinds of pictures to represent on the main page. But basically, Depop picks like certain accounts or certain photos to highlight, the same way Instagram does. But it's like, if this is a buying and selling app, they're not gonna pick a Britney Spears Y2K picture to put on the homepage just because it just doesn't make sense. A way to get more sales, of course, with anything, is marketing. I noticed that a lot of the traction I get is from YouTube, from Instagram, and from Twitter, because I have mentioned my shop And I have some dope friends who share my shop with other people. So I've received a lot of traction from that. My friend Tara by Bronx, oh my god, why do I talk about her in like almost every YouTube video? But she retweeted something of mine and where I was talking about my shop, and bro, all her fans just like flocked to my Depop. People were making their own Depop accounts just to buy stuff from my page. So, you know, hopefully your friends support you, but you know, if not, marketing is key. There's so many ways you can market. Somebody actually messaged me this morning and said that they were thinking about starting a YouTube channel that talks about Poshmark and Depop, and I'm like, that's a good idea. Like, especially like if that's your niche and you, because people want to start, especially in quarantine, people want to start businesses and clothing businesses and, you know, Depop accounts, whatever, because we're in quarantine and it's something to do. So in the event that this person does do that, I think that it would be a great way to do so, because I got a lot of traction from my Depop video. Even though it just has like 400 views, I got traction from that. I have people messaging me in my inbox already, and I'm like, it's only my 3rd week out here, but you know, like, if you want me to help, sure, I can make another YouTube video and help. I think now at this point, no, let me not say that, because I'm undermining the ways that I have come, because like I said, there's only place to go is up at this point. But you definitely have to keep a high vibration about your Depop shop in general. You have to trust that the universe is going to work itself out, especially if selling is something you want to do, especially if it's something you want to do long term, because I love clothes and I have multiple sources of income because I do a handful of things. But this right here, of course, this isn't YouTube, like I love YouTube, but like the shop itself, like I really enjoy doing that. Like, you guys, I've never been thrifting so much in like a 3-week span, especially since they opened up all the thrift stores. Like, I've been thrifting like crazy. And speaking of thrifting, keep track of your finances. It's a little difficult, I'm not gonna hold you, because given the time that somebody makes a purchase, Depop takes out their percentage, PayPal takes out their percentage, you gotta place the order for the shipping label, even if the person you sold to pays for shipping themselves. It's a little difficult to keep up with everything, so I had to start a journal myself. I'm not gonna hold you. I had to start a journal and track down everything, every little purchase that I have to make for my shop. I track how much I have to pay in shipping, the Depop thing, thrifting itself. I keep all that in a journal just so I can actually see how much profit I've made, and I ain't mad at my profit, you know. I'm happy about it. Oh, be consistent. So same way you have to be consistent with everything. Like, I didn't think much about this one, but when I was watching videos and they were like, be consistent, I was like, okay, that's true, because the Depop algorithm will probably also pick up what it is you're doing, and that way you can land yourself a listing on the explore page, which, you know, is a pretty big deal because it'll help you boost your sales. So that's something to keep in mind when posting. Me, I was a little reckless when I was posting, or do I want to say reckless? I don't know, but I'll have like multiple things to post. Like, I'll set up shoots in my room or in the living room, and it's like I got a bag full of thrifted clothes, freshly washed, of course, because I'm bougie like that, like I would hope anybody would be. But I would take pictures, model them in my camera, and then I'll also go into my phone, type up the descriptions and everything. So I tend to have a handful of listings ready in one sitting, and therefore I'm kind of like, let me post them all right now. That's what I did at the beginning, but now I looked up the best times to post on Depop, and it was like 12 p.m, 3 p.m, 6 p.m, 9 p.m, but I tend to do it later on in the evening, depending on what day it is. So yesterday was Mother's Day, I'm not posting at all, but today I posted. I'll do it sporadically throughout the day as well if I do have multiple listings that I want to post in one day. So that's also something to keep in mind when doing so, because the same way, like on YouTube, I like to post videos every Wednesday at 11 a.m. and that way the YouTube algorithm is aware of that, and my subscribers are aware of that. So my videos will be, YouTube will look at me kind of like, hey, this is somebody who's actually consistent, let's put her on somebody's main page, and it works in my favor. Okay, another tip that I have that I haven't heard anywhere else is to watch business owner videos. Right now there are a whole bunch of Black women business owners on my YouTube Explore page, and I love it. I tend to watch these videos while I'm taking pictures for my shop because they really motivate me to post and to just have faith that the universe will work itself out in my favor and I'll make some good sales that day or the next day. I would really recommend that. I'm gonna put a handful of YouTube videos and TikTok people that I watch. Those really help you stay motivated, unless you're a hater and you get, you know, jealous. But you know, we're not doing that over here. So hopefully they will motivate you to do your part and do your work, because Depop is no easy task. It's just a lot that goes into it. It's a lot that you should definitely invest in yourself. I love to invest in my business. That's also something that makes me excited and gets me, like, you know, high vibrations when I invest. I just bought a label printer. Let me show you guys. I just got my poly mailers in the mail a few days ago, and I just bought this label printer. $85 on Target.com and $75 on Amazon. So this is a Dymo label writer 450. This one is pretty simple. I think it's a pretty good one for me to start off with right now, but I'm very excited to use this. I have not used it yet. Also, pricing. I don't know exactly how to recommend for people to price their items. It just depends on who you are and what you're selling. I've started to price my stuff a little high because I negotiate. Like, you can DM me with any kind of negotiation, and I'm pretty lenient about negotiations, unless you're trying to scam me. When it comes to negotiations, I do accept a lot of them. So that's why my stuff is getting a little higher price. And I seen the traction that my Depop shop was getting. That was another reason why my shop started getting higher up, because even though I got like 60 something followers right now, I've made a lot of sales, and even though it is like 60 something followers. So if I'm taking stuff out of my closet, which I've been doing a lot recently, like I sold a lot of shoes. I think about it like this. If I thrift for something, I normally spend like $4 or $5 on an item for thrifting. I tend to price shirt $22 to $25, $30, but that's in the event that I had to thrift it. So with my shoes, I've had a lot of things given to me by past lovers. Let me shut up. I've just had a lot of things given to me, so therefore I didn't spend any money on it. Therefore I price it kind of however. Of course, I look up the worth of a lot of the things that I do have, but when it comes to like these shoes, I got these really dope Air Max 97s that my ex bought me. So these shoes are really dope. I have not worn these in a long time. I was a little hesitant on selling them, to be honest, because they're in really good condition. Like, look at these shoes. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell them. And I didn't spend any money on these. I don't even know how much she paid for these. My last pair of Air Maxes I sold for like $70. I don't remember how much I spent on them. So it really just depends on who you are as a person, and you know what your items are worth, what you think they're worth. I have seen people on this app taxing. There's this one account in particular that I think of. Like, if I went to the store and got like this vintage Nike crew neck that's like a little faded, you know, it's probably a little stretched out, sis had it on her account for like $150, and people buy that stuff. People buy it, and she ain't even promote it. Like, in my descriptions, in my bio, it says I'm willing to negotiate, you know, DM me some offers, whatever. No, like, even if you look at all of her listings that are sold, they all have that super high price. And I was like, damn, like, how many followers does she have? Let me go see. She has almost 10,000 followers. Should I tell you guys who this is? Because like, when I see her prices, I be like I ain't even gonna hold you. I unfollowed her. Like, but like, no shade to her. Like, the things that she has are dope, but like, I just be surprised that she prices them so high. She has a lot of name brand. Yeah, her stuff is very cute. Me looking at her page has me thinking about another thing. What's your theme? What can people look at your store and associate you with selling? So there are a lot of people who like streetwear fashion and Y2K. Those happen to be two things that I'm very interested in. So therefore I shop, and I have a lot of things like that in my closet already. So you know, it kind of works out. This girl's account is like Y2K. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is Y2K, and it's very girly. It's very girly. It's really cute, actually. Like, she got, it's really cute. Her account is very girly, and it has Y2K. So, you know, a lot of girls, a lot of people in general are into that fashion right now. Find your niche. You know, I wouldn't, like, there are many shops who do, like, lingerie. Like, they have their own themes. So, I mean, if you don't have a theme, that's perfectly fine as well. You'll just have a mixed audience. But I think that it helps if you do, just because people are like, hey, what if I want a NASCAR shirt, you know, with the giant graphics? Do I follow anybody like that I know might have a new listing like that? Oh yeah, let me type in so-and-so and go see what they got up on their page right now. That's why it's very important for you to take good pictures, good clean pictures, because it's also like, even if you don't have a theme, if your pictures look nice, like, and organized like the way that my account does, it won't really matter, because you can see the items very good, and it kind of still does look like you have a theme to an extent. I preach manifestation and the law of attraction, because these are all very important when it comes to the success of, you know, anything. It's important with anything in your life that's going on right now. I believe if you manifest it, if you believe it, so be it. I believe that within the end of 2020, I'm gonna be, you know, as big as iGirl. I'm gonna be able to do $200 bundle boxes and ship them out to many, you know, of my supporters, and I'm very excited for it. Let's keep that in here. Let's keep that in this video. So I'm saying that right now. I'm gonna come back in December, and we're gonna compare what's going on. We're gonna compare what's going on, and it's gonna be funny to watch it come into fruition, because I believe it, so be it. So there you go. I really hope this video helped you guys out. If you have any other questions that I did not touch on in this video, please leave me a comment section. Please leave me a comment section. Please leave me a comment in the section down below. Other than that, I go by Ren. Thank you for checking in on this video. I do fashion content. You guys like my opinions, so I think I'm about to start making some commentary content. If you have any tips on the videos you guys want to see from me, let me know down below. So other than that, comment, like, subscribe, same as always, and you guys will see me in the next video.